Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I want to share with you guys my newest acquisition. This is mine, paid full price for it. I wasn't exactly sure that I was going to pick up another Shirogorov knife, but when I found out this one was available, I bought it almost immediately. I will link this knife down in the description. It's very likely that variants of it are still available. It is wildly expensive, as is something that you should expect with a Shirogorov knife, but most of you are perfectly aware of that. Thanks so much to me for providing this knife to me for this video. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me, and please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex, and actually for the time being at least on TikTok at _metal_complex. All right, you'll have to excuse me if I sound a little tired. We just had our third baby, and I'm hanging with it, but a little bit low on energy. But hey, no problem. We can do this. I'm very excited to share this one with you. Shirogorov has released a few things since the last time and by the way, I've already been in this. I picked it, it came in on a weekend, and I just wanted to look at it, but I still want to share it with you guys. Shirogorov has released a few different things since the last time that I picked up a knife from them, but this is the first time that I've really been tempted to pull the trigger. So this is the new, oh, how beautiful is that? This is the new Shirogorov F95 NL Gen 5 with the Technicarbo inlays here. Wow, gosh, that is so beautiful, and they do it on both sides. The other cool thing is there's actually a couple of differences I'm going to share with you guys. Beautifully smooth, ridiculously smooth. M390 blade. Really wish, I'm fine. M390 is fine. You guys have all heard my thoughts on M390. I'll take it. I'm much more interested in, some of the specialty stuff if I'm going to go after, a much more exotic pocket knife like this, like your S90V or your M398, right? Stuff like that. But I'm okay with M390. Really, it was the inlays that won me over. I also really like the higher polished tumbling on the flats. We have a little bit of milling going on down here. The blade is actually quite a bit thinner than the F95, the previous F95, which I'm going to show here in just a second. So the knife is lightened up quite a bit, actually. But that also makes the cutting edge very, very thin. This is ridiculously sharp, definitely. Huge fan of the overall profile, the overall aesthetic of the F95. That to me, and I honestly don't know if this is true, I think it's probably because the F95 was the first Shirogorov knife I ever saw. But I believe it is also kind of their flagship knife, right? A lot of people describe it as the folding steak knife, not a folding steak knife, but the legendary folding steak knife, because that's exactly what it looks like. Let's go ahead real quick. This is just an unboxing and first impressions, not a full review. You know what? I would measure it actually, but I just realized the measuring tape is upstairs. To my knowledge, it is exactly the same. This is the newest. It's the same knife, but it's not the newest generation. It's the same thing, but the newer version. It's the first generation of the newest. What's the best way to say this while my brain is absolutely sleep deprived and just scattered all over the place? It's the newer version of the F95, but it is a Gen 3. I can't remember. I'll show you guys the difference here. I believe these are both 8.75 inches overall, with 3.85 inch blades. You can see here the blade stock thickness is actually quite a bit thinner. That didn't matter too much to me. I thought it was really cool, since I own this guy, don't necessarily have a preference, but if you're going to use, one of these, then the thinner one is absolutely going to be better in terms of, cutting geometry and performance. Let's go ahead and just get a measurement of each. So this guy here, the bigger boy, is coming in at 155 thousandths or so. This guy, I would bet, is 125 to 130. Let's take a look here. Yeah, about 130,000. So that's about right, what I call the middle of the road for the knife world. I think it's a much more appropriate blade stock thickness, considering the geometry. And also, because the blade itself is thinner, there's my scale, and also there are pockets milled out, not just on the inside, but to make room for the Technicarbo, which is beautiful. Technicarbo, some of the most beautiful carbon fiber that I've ever seen. It's my second Shirogorov with Technicarbo. You guys remember the F3NS actually has aqua Technicarbo, and the standard F3, I believe, just has Technicarbo scales in general, like a bronze and black. But anyways, this guy, the heavier guy, which also is milled out on the inside, weighs, it's not crazy, but actually it's pretty good, 4.97 ounces. This new guy, I believe, is about half an ounce left. A little more than that, 4.37 ounces, which is actually really cool considering the 3.85 inches of blade and the fact that it is 8.75 inches overall. That makes the ratios really, really good on this. And I gotta say, it's noticeable. Like, this guy is noticeably lighter and less bulky. And I think it's because these knives are so balanced in general that it really, I mean, when you have a knife that has really, really good blade to handle ratios, and I say good, meaning there's just a lot of blade for the amount of handle you're getting, it's really noticeable when they lighten it up because the balance just gets that much better. The F95 has always been a super comfortable knife. Truthfully, the only Shirogorov knife that I find more comfortable is the F3, which I'll go ahead and get that other one out here in the Technicarbo. The only one that I think is slightly more comfortable is the F3, and that's mainly because the scales are contoured, and with the inclusion of the liner, they're just overall a little bit thicker. They fill the hand a little better. But if I'm being honest, out of all of the Shirogorov knives I own, which are these, and I got a couple of Quantums, and I got another F3, and I got a soft overkill. Sorry, I forgot. I think this F90, now it's easy to say this because it's my newest one, but I think the F95 Gen 5 NL is the best looking. The other thing I want to point out, and I noticed this right out of the box, I made mention when I unboxed this guy, the Detent is noticeably heavier, but not in the most pleasing way. This guy has a super heavy Detent, and I slip off of it all the time. It's also, even after opening it so many times, I've had this for such a long time, this guy has it's still heavy. It's still a good Detent, but it's much easier. You can see there, actually, I'll show you. Oh, that's incredible. Perfect. But it's a little bit easier to flip. Here's the other thing. The action is actually a little bit better. In fact, it's quite a bit better. Little bit is wrong. That's an understatement. The action is much better. This is essentially fall shut. They're both running on the multi-row bearings. I think probably this guy just needs to be loosened up a bit, but I am determined to break it in completely and just let it naturally do its thing. Overall, I am extremely, extremely happy with this. The biggest downside to this knife is the same downside to every Shirogorov knife, and it's the price tag. This is an interesting topic for those of you who are with me. I've actually talked about this many times. So this is, both of these I think were $1,100 knives, $1,100 knives. I believe that's the case with this. Both of them, if you want my honest thoughts here, they're both overpriced. And a lot of people might say, well, how can you say that if you bought them? I believe very sincerely that all of us can identify when things are overpriced, when they cost too much money for what you're getting. Now, a lot of people reduce that to pocket knives should not cost more than $50 in general. That's obviously hogwash, right? Because the amount of work, the amount of labor, the country of origin, the number of processes, the overall fit and finish, there's a number of things that can increase the cost regardless of your feelings about it, right? Those are your emotional responses to what they should cost, and not the factual response, not the factual information that goes into the costs, right? So, do I think these are overpriced? Yes, but I'm perfectly able to identify that and at the same time still be completely and totally overwhelmed when it comes to my wants as a knife nut. If you are a knife nut, if you're like me, probably part of the reason that you subscribe to this channel is because maybe you heard me point that out specifically. The itch is real, and just because I create content surrounding knives doesn't mean that I don't succumb to these weaknesses on my own. I love Shirogorov knives. I always have. I've always felt like they just kind of do a little bit extra. I don't think that their price tags are completely and totally justified. I've always felt like these F95s, right, should be under 1,000. In fact, probably under 900 if I'm really being honest. And I would have felt much better about the purchase had this been an 800. Is it an $850 to a $900 knife? 100%. And that's not just my feelings on it. These types of knives are going to cost a lot more to make. That's just going to be the case, right? So yeah, I believe all day that they're justified in that price point, right? I think these match up much better with where Herman Knives is pricing their stuff, and Herman Knives sometimes will come in a little bit less when it comes to their most basic stuff. But that being said, was I still drawn? Was the want there? Was the desire to purchase this product strong enough for me to pay over what I thought was fair? And yes, it's happened to all of us, with everybody who is a true knife nut, knife enthusiast, right? If you find yourself purchasing knives left and right, we've all done that, right? I did that for this guy, and actually the only Shirogorov knives that I've ever purchased that I felt were completely justified, or the only one that I've ever purchased where I thought the price tag was completely and totally fair, was my original F3, the one in the bronze and black carbon fiber, which I believe at the time was either just under 800 or just under 900, and I think that that's perfectly fair considering the titanium and the contour Technicarbo. It's all fantastic. The liner's all titanium, right? Backspacer, pocket clip, it's all great. There's a lot of quality materials there. But anyways, despite the fact that I feel like and the full review's coming, the F95, this new Gen 5, despite the fact that I feel it's overpriced, I do love how it looks, and I really love the extra details here, like the polishing and the inlays. The inlays are absolutely perfect, right? Still have, actually this texturing here is different. No, it's there on the original F95. I'm wrong. It's just so fine, right? We do have hardware that's a little bit smaller, it looks like. The pivot is the same. Pivot seems to be a little bit more shiny. Looking at the other side, it looks like everything else is essentially the same thing. The pocket clip is the same. Backspacer is a little bit different because it's not quite as thick, right? This knife is just not the scales, but the overall knife, like the space between, I guess, the scales is wider because the blade on this guy is a little thicker. Anyways, this has run on long enough. Very happy with this new F95 Gen 5. You will get a full review of this guy after I've had a chance to kind of look it over and really zero in on the differences and talk, I think, more in depth about the pricing. Exactly what you'd expect. But that's going to be it for today. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex, and the time being, like I said, on TikTok at _metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.